Hello, welcome to the daily political tarot readings here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I am here 365 days of the year to do political tarot readings, to take your questions, and to basically read on the collective energy. This is part of my spiritual beliefs, and that we have a collective energy, and that you can read on it, and you can read on other people's energy, but there's nobody's 100% correct. There's no this is not a late night infomercial, the great Griswelda knows all. No, that's not how this works. It's usually the consensus among readers that's most likely what's going to happen. But just want to mention that. 10% of all income that comes into the channel goes to feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. That is an ongoing thing. I take questions out of the chat. During the daily live stream, just put your questions in all caps. Anything in all caps, I will assume that's how that's you talking to me. Other than that, when you're talking to anybody else, please just type normally, so I don't get sucked into stuff that has nothing to do with me. Because people here they have whole conversations, and they really support each other, and they're really kind. And we have epic troll slayers, so thank you. Okay. Today, I did mention in the community page and Twitter and whatnot, it is Teacup Wizard Kitty Day. I mean, come on. How could I not? How could I not? Look at that. Look at that. Anyway, and so I've got some nails to go, some little hearts, and so here we are. Okay. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Wondering Eyes saying, hello, little thumbs down voter. I wish you a happy day. I wish you a happy day as well. That was there before, like 20 minutes before I even started. So I have got 4 questions already. I have got, oh, I forgot to mention, if you're watching this on replay, hello. When I'm done doing the readings, I go down into the description box, I type out all the questions from today, and I timestamp them. So at the beginning, we talk here, and I take questions, and we chit chat, and then, but you can go straight to the readings you're interested in. And also, you're always welcome. I'm literally here every single day of the year, so you're always welcome. Okay. The first question I have actually was left over from yesterday because I was curious. It wasn't left over, but it came up yesterday. In the future, will there be green police, essentially, for lack of a better term? Sort of like the ATF. We have the ATF now. So is that going to be something in future? Did I just see something about Tunisia? Anyway, I'll get there in a second. Second, Holly in France had a question. Has Rhona Graff, yes, Trumplethinskin's longtime secretary, has she testified, or will she testify? Has she already? What kind of things will she reveal? So I've got that down for number 2. Number 3, Patty was asking, will the cruise ships stop sailing due to the illness in Florida? Right now, apparently it's at like a 15% rate. Yikes. And Victoria was saying, guess what? If you haven't heard, Christopher Wray and Kavanaugh went to school together. Yes. I wanted to ask, I wanted to turn that into a question, which is, has Christopher Wray been done anything to protect Kavanaugh? So I thought that might be useful. Okay. All right, so there's that. All right, if I go back down here, Okay. So just looking to see, I started getting questions right off the bat where nothing was cut off. So nothing at all has been cut off. Hello, everybody. Electra is saying, will the CDC recommend that people who are fully vaccinated to wear masks indoors again to fight against the variant? We can ask. It's generally a good idea. I believe the Delta variant is 200 times, literally 200 times more infectious. It can be transmittable. Man, scary stuff. Okay, so, okay, Love Jalou is asking, are there going to be more indictments next week? Who may they be? Well, let's see. I'm guessing you mean Trump world. Let's put Trump world indictments next week, and who maybe put that down there. Tomorrow, I thought it was starting today, but apparently the January 6th Select Committee, correct me if I'm wrong, they are starting their first interviews tomorrow. I want to make a note. I want to find out exactly what time that's starting, because when the moment they go public or they do a thing, that's going to become the astrology chart of this whole select committee. And I want to, I meant to write this down earlier, astrology chart of January 6th Select Committee. So I want to see if it's positive or negative or blocked, or so I want to look at that. I'll see if I can get hold of that today. Anyway, later today. Okay, there was something about. Okay, so Holly Coleman's asking about Tunisia. Tunisian president Kais Saied. Are we back to this, really? In a televised speech, announces the dismissal of Prime Minister Hichem M'Chichi and the suspension of the Assembly of Representatives of the People. Oh, jeez. Hello, Aspie Third Eye. It was good to see you. And hello, K Rubio. All right, so let's copy this over here. We'll have a look. I am curious to ask about how the first interviews in the beginning of the select committee, how that's going to go. So we may look at that. Okay. Any more indictments? Mandy is saying, comment, 45 set the bar so low that he finally tripped over it. Did something specific happen? Please let me know. Floating Lotus, women's wellness. Are we looking for another lockdown for California or elsewhere as case counts rise? Okay, so we'll group that with this other one. So once I'm in that energy, I can have a look-see. Oops, do not erase it all. That would be bad. So far I have got 8 questions. Love the teacup kitties. Thank you. Polywanda. Oh, here we go. Should humans be genetically altered to survive space, viruses, and live longer, or is it too dangerous? Ooh, let's end with that. Let's end with that today. Polywanda, you are just a font of amazing questions. Thank you. Oh, Holly has more Tunisian news. The army surrounds the Assembly of the Representatives of the People, prevents its speaker from entering parliament. Oh, geez, this is bad. This sounds bad. Oh, okay. Oh, thank you, Paula. Oh, wow. The police storming the headquarters of Al Jazeera news outlet. Okay, so it's a mess in Tunisia. All right, we'll have a look. Melrose. Okay, let me just have a quick look. Am I missing something big? Thank you, Kay Nelson. I appreciate that. Thank you. Okay. Also, Melrose is asking, does COVID, guessing it does, have anything to do with Hong Kong protesters to gain control over them? I don't understand. Are you thinking the pandemic came from trying to get control over Hong Kong protesters? I'm guessing here. I'm not sure. I'm sorry. I'm not quite sure. So let me know if there's any clarification on that question. I'll see if I can get to it at some point. Thank you, Melrose. Thank you. Okay. Probably wanted too dangerous a line to cross. Oh, yes. So, I've got that here. Too dangerous. Okay. Kristen Davis, will anything come out in the January 6th hearing about Clarence Thomas's wife? Okay. Okay. There's that. All right, then we'll get down to some January 6th questions. Clarence Thomas's wife. Lee Coleman. Coup in progress. Okay, I've got that. Got it down. Very sad. Very, very sad. All right, so I've got space for two more questions. Aspie Thirda, I've got Tunisia down. Apple, will we learn some catastrophic crimes by Trump we had no clue about? Oh, I like questions like this. Let me see. Let's put it here with this other one. So again, once I'm in the energy, I can just stay there. All right, so that's 9, 10. All right, space for one more. And Helen Sweet, does Trump own Mar-a-Lago or do the banks, someone else, some other country own it? That is a Google question. Oh, great Google. We beseech thee for information. So I don't know that I could really add much to that, but Fahrenhold should know. He's usually on top of all of that. I'm sorry, Helen Sweet. I don't know that I could answer that very well. Carl, does Governor Kay Ivey of Alabama regret her actions in the handling of vaccinations? Kathleen, any chance you could activate the closed captioning? Well now. Well, let me grab this question. Does Governor Ivey of Alabama regret her decisions in the handling of vaccinations? I'm going to guess, Carl, that her handling of the vaccination was to just say, don't get it. But I don't know. Okay. Closed captioning. Let me see. Do I have anything down here? Live chat, slow mode, participant modes. I have it on for the channel. Recording, language restrictions, automatic chapters. This is not for kids. Thumbnail schedule. Settings, have a quick look. I'm just going to have a quick look here, guys. Hang on just a second. All right, that does not help. And make this larger. Advanced settings. Subscriber add visibility. Automatic captions don't show potentially inappropriate words. Well, I don't say inappropriate words. But there's nothing here that says it isn't already doing that. I'm so sorry. I'll have to, if closed captioning just is not working, then I'll go digging. I'll have a look. CC on Black and Orange live streams. Okay. All right. So I've made a note. I will look. Sorry about any inconvenience that's causing. Jane, she needs to click on her settings and turn them on. It's in her own settings, the CCs, that is. Can it be done for live shows? I don't recall seeing anyone doing that. Electra saying the setting has no option for closed captioning. Yeah. I'm afraid I'll have to find out. I'll find out. I've got a note. Okay. So, Kathleen, I'm sorry about that. Pegasus, thank you. 9:30 a.m. for the committee Eastern time, according to NPR. Boom goes the astrology chart. Thank you. Make a note of that here. All right, and then there was something here. Let me scroll down to the end and just get this last thing. Grandma Rose, I just checked my settings too. Okay. Closed captioning can't be activated from our end. Okay, fair enough. All right, so Gary's saying Kay Ivey did say get the vaccine with Trump, had everyone turn against it, but she lifted the mandate. Okay. Thank you. All right, good. So I've got all the questions for today, and I really appreciate all of your help. All right. Okay. So let's jump in here and just start at the top, work our way through. You guys are great. Melissa says, I thought the kitties were ice cream. Oh, I understand. But they're adorable. The kitties. Okay, sorry. Sorry. I'm an adult. Okay. So we are starting at 19 minutes. In the future, will there be, for lack of a better term, a green police, in the same way that, like right now, we have the ATF. And then for those outside of the country, ATF is alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. It's a branch of law enforcement, federal law enforcement. And they specifically deal with those things. They specialize. Queen of Swords. That's law enforcement. Those are investigators. This is the card for the reading, though. So let's see if that's just saying, yes, your energy's in the right area, or if it's saying, ah. Thank you, Rainey. Knight of Cups. That would be a liberal protecting of the realm. Six of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, Three of Cups, Ace of Swords. This, normally I would say, normally there's this I get cups for Democrats, pentacles for Republicans, and wands for the kind of Trumpist neo-fascism kind of stuff. But this feels like this is eventually it is accepted that this is a bigger issue than just one political party. These Democrats trying to protect the realm, they may be leading the way. But even Republicans eventually start giving a little. And this is the Democrats being happy and being able to wield the sword of truth, which is also potentially law enforcement. And the card for the reading is law enforcement. I think there is. I think there's going to, it's what it's saying. This whole climate change thing is massive, and it is going to change everything, everybody, just how we do things. So I know the kitties look like it's a birthday, but I also think he looks like a little wizard too, with his little wand, little poof of cuteness. Holly Coleman, maybe the Green Police will be like the hippie version of Interpol. Yeah, it's something like EPA. Oh, that's a point. 3 questions. Will it be in the U.S.? Will it be we have the ATF, we'll have the EPA, and the EPA will be shorthand for the investigators and law enforcement officers and what have you who are going around who are fully law enforcement, not inspectors and maybe not, but like get rid of those who are breaking the law. Not for a while. So 4 of Swords. This is quiet as a tomb. Legal stuff going quiet. There's a planning an organization, and the Sun. The Republicans are going to fight tooth and nail too, because it's technically an expansion of the government, and also their business donors aren't going to like it, and it's going to take a while. But ultimately, they can't pretend climate change isn't a clear present danger any longer. So there's that. Mandy, don't grow up, it's a trap. Yes. And yes, I agree, Sherry. Just because you're an adult doesn't mean you can't be silly. I know. So yes, I agree. Or was that? I agree, Chris. Eye of the beholder. Some people see a birthday thing. I don't know why. It's probably a little sparkler or something, but to me, he just looked like a little teacup wizard kitty. So here we are. All right. Now that we've got the energy back up, now we can go back down. Actually, this isn't as deep and dark as some of the things we cover. Long shot, but we're going to read on Rhona Graff. So at 25. Rhona Graff. And masks indoors. All right, so I've made a note of the next two questions too. All right, so Rhona Graff is, hello, Becca from House of Lenormand in the house. We were just discussing how this is probably a birthday thing, and some people see it as a birthday thing, but I see it as a teacup little wizard kitty with his little poof cuteness, just a little wand and this silly hat. But all right, make it 26. Rhona Graff. Rhona Graff has been, I don't know, I assume she still is, but I don't know that, has been Donald Trump's personal secretary. She was for 30, was it 30 years? 20 years? A long time. Thank you. A long time. And he doesn't use email, but she does. So he would tell her what to send and what to say. So the question is, has she flipped? Has she flipped, or is she going to flip? Is she going to spill all? Rhona Graff, where are you? Let's see if I can get her energy. Endure. Endure. I really wonder, there aren't many women in Trump's world who he really treats with respect. And I wonder what she's had to deal with over the years. But let's see here. Rhona Graff, are you going to testify against your boss? Oh wow, this is nasty energy. She's seen it. It's right. It's not just my third eye up here. It's over my eyes. Over my eyes. She has seen heinous things. Thank you, Dave. Strength. She's been the strong one. She keeps the beast. She can calm down the beast occasionally. But her job is to be a servant. Seven of Cups. Oh, the lies, the hyperbole, the magician. Her job is to make him look good. Ace of Cups. Queen of Swords. Okay, so things turned very emotional. That's investigators. This is aggressive law enforcement. So she was just do. Yes, he lies through his teeth. Yes. Oh, you want me to type that out? Oh, you want me to send that message? Okay. Try to do everything she can to make him look good. But then there is a change. There is a big law enforcement coming down on her. Pamela's saying, let me put it this way. No, I would not have managed it as his executive assistant. Elaine is asking, was she the gatekeeper? Sometimes, but Floating Lotus is saying he made it worth her while, at least while he was still on top. I guess so, because she's been there a long time. Debbie's asking, is she still at Trump.org? I do not know. And my understanding, please correct me if I'm wrong, but is now Trump.org basically wholly owned by Junior? Or he's in control of all of it? No, he's in control of all of it, I think. Please correct me, because I'm not entirely sure how that played. I just know all the power has gone to Junior. And I was really shocked because I had real trouble believing that the Orange Führer would relinquish power in any way, shape, or form. Lovejoy was saying, is there a Trump org anymore? Oh, it still technically exists, but. So, Rhona Graff. That's what happened. Law enforcement is coming down on you. So are you going to testify against your boss? Are you in trouble? Are you going to sink one of the coffin nails into his metaphorical legal coffin? Chris is saying Junior and Eric, or just Junior? It surprised me because it was Junior, just Junior, is what I read. Wheel of Fortune raises you up and crushes you underfoot. It can do both. Seven of Cups, again with the lies. Ace of Cups. Having to talk about everything she did for him. And there's absolute corruption at the center. A facade of being rich, but they're thieves. She slipped. She's talking. It's very emotional to talk about all the things he's lied about, all the things he's. And I'm just repeating myself, there's incredible corruption at the center of the whole Trump enterprise. And yeah, they got rich by allegedly theft. And she would be a material witness. Somebody, let me know if anybody knows if she's actually still going into work. But oh boy. Sure says I bet that makes Eric and the Precious mad. You all get the Precious? That's a great way to describe her. Wow. All right. Rhona Graff. Good luck. Be honest. It is in your best interest to be honest. All right. Patty was asking, will the cruise ships stop sailing due to the illness? Cruise ships stop. Apparently, the infection rate's up to 15% in Florida. Really? Yikes. Yikes. So at 33:30. Gary says from the Washington Post. Gary says the Trump Organization is controlled by the Donald J. Trump Revocable Trust, a legal entity to which Trump transferred his hundreds of companies when he took office in 2017. Okay, but there's something about a whole. Okay, Gary says the trust in turn is controlled by trustees. Previously, there were two, but after Weisselberg resigned, just one was left, Trump Jr., according to the papers the company filed in New Jersey this month. So not Eric and not the Precious. I love that. Wow. Yes, thank you, Gary. Thank you for sharing that. Scary. Cruise ships in Florida. Will the cruise ships in Florida stop? Running. I'm hearing people swearing in the heat, swearing. Ace of Wands. Oh yeah, DeSantis. He took that action. No, it won't be mandatory that people have a test. But I want to say the cruise ship took Florida to the cruise ship industry or somebody in there took Florida to court, and the court sided with the industry and said, yes, they can insist on that people be tested or vaccinated or whatnot. Renia is saying, I call cruise ships floating petri dishes. You're not wrong. Eight of Cups. Hermit. King of Cups. Queen of Cups. Strength. This is the cruise ship industry recovering. You've got your couples here doing their thing. You've got strength, but they can only get on unless if you have to have had the medical care or you walk away, and they're looking carefully and closely. So I've got them recovering, but they're really, really stringent, very stringent about turning away people who aren't vaccinated, who haven't been tested, on and on. It looks like they keep going. I mean, pull 3 more cards just in case, because the situation is pretty dire. Frosty Bean. Oh, Mr. says Frosty Bean. Hello. A higher court reversed the ruling. Oh, jeez. Nine of Wands. They've been through the ringer. Eight of Cups. Lover's card. 3 of waiting for your ship to come in. But these are wands. This is that DeSantis neo-fascism. The Lover's card in the middle. It's almost like these MAGA people want to prove a point. So they want to get everybody sick. But what I'm getting is the cruise ship companies, the cards are saying very clearly that they're going to be very vigilant. And yeah, lots of people are going to go on cruises. And I wasn't getting a Tower Devil Death card. So that's all I've got. Okay. Let's see. We are on to Electra's question. So we've got that. We've got Rhona Graff. We have the cruise ship. Oh, no. Yes, let's do Electra's question. And then we'll do Victoria's question. Why? Because I already wrote it down. And I will move this. I will put this here, and we will go on from there. All right. So at basically 40, right. Oh. We read on the nicest people, don't we? So, Electra's question was, will the CDC recommend that people wear masks indoors again? to fight the variants. The CDC. I walk around here, even in Chicago, I walk around here and I don't see people wearing masks. As a matter of fact, even the worst of it, I didn't see many people wearing masks, but I still wore mine and people could look at me funny all they wanted to. It's just how it's going to be. I'm a rebel. I'm a mask rebel. I wear one. Is the CDC going to recommend that people wear masks indoors again? Oh, you matter to me. By the way, I love that name. Mandy wears her mask. Yep. Chaos. Pandemic. Chaos. Oh boy. Oh, William's wearing a mask too. Yep, Roxanne. Yep, you guys. Yep. I'm with fellow mask wearers. All right, the Hanged Man. Hanging Chad's here. But we're talking about the CDC. 7 of Pentacles. Chariot right in the center. 10 of Pentacles. 9 of Wands. Well, this is suspension of the mandate. And so that commerce can, in theory, go ahead. And it's like, yes, on the conservative side, the dynasty, the get commerce going, but they're being hit really, really hard. There is a big, big push to reopen, to get the economy going. But will the CDC say, look, how many deaths do you have to have before you realize all you have to do is a simple thing? Knight of Cups. All right. Liberals and medical people fighting to protect the realm. I like to see it. More of this, please. More of this, please. Death card. Mm-hmm. That's what we're fighting. Page of Swords. 7 of Swords. Ace of Wands. King of Wands. All I'm picking up is more of the same, where liberals and medical people are saying, for the love of all that is holy, wash your hands, wear your mask. Oh, good meme. Since I'm done with that reading, I'm going to find this meme. I think you will. It is. I sent it to a friend of mine, so I just have to scroll back up. 1 second. I'm not the world's biggest Twilight fan, to be honest. I have my issues with a lot, but there were some very good memes with this whole resurgence. Wow, I've sent her a lot of stuff since then. But we're getting there. We're almost there. Hang on. Okay. There we go. Found it. Here it is. This was a, here we go. It's a screen capture, so. It says, Edward Cullen, Spanish flu victim, for the love of all that is holy, wash your hands. And if people back then were, if they were of an age to be conscious and aware of things and what have you, be close to adulthood, then, and they were alive now, they'd be saying, wash your hands, wear a mask, do the thing. There should be no question here. There should be no question here. It shouldn't be wear a mask or open the economy back up. Unless you are a lipstick salesperson, why would it make a difference? Anyway. Well, I'm glad a couple of you found that amusing. Good. Try to think of anything happy I can share with you. All right. So at 46:45, Christopher Wray and Brett Kavanaugh knew each other. I guess they were friends at Yale. So I would like to know, with all that happened, has Christopher Wray been protecting Kavanaugh? Yep, Kay Nelson, no health, no wealth. Jolie's saying mask wearing is probably hard if you read lips. It's true. True. Wray, Christopher Wray. Guy, I do not like your energy. Usually it's like, but right now I'm not liking Ray's energy. It used to just be, I think actually Cash Peters had the best description. Wray was like he had to walk through this very, very narrow corridor. That's what his energy was like before. But now, I don't know, it seems darker. All right, Christopher Wray, have you been protecting Kavanaugh from reality, scrutiny, from the truth coming out? Five of Wands. Well, tumult. See here. Ten of Swords. Wheel of Fortune. Kavanaugh was down and out. Page of Wands. Messenger. Page of Pentacles. Six of Cups. The word I'm getting is whitewash. I wouldn't have thought that Wray personally could have done anything to help Kavanaugh, but Kavanaugh was down and out, and the Wheel of Fortune just was crushing him underneath. Allegedly, if what is alleged about him is true, then the Wheel of Fortune was crushing him underneath deservedly. But then came the message. But this is also the message for the background checks from that whole thing that made him look shiny and new, and also got him back to starting point financially rather than being in a hole. And this feels like total whitewash. Nostalgia, oh, it's lovely. I Like Beer is just Norman Rockwell, like straight out of a Norman Rockwell painting. Okay. I think he has. We need to read on Wray. Christopher Wray, go away. At 50:30. Christopher Wray, what's going to happen to you? Christopher Wray. He's sweet talking all kinds of people in power. I feel like I even reached my energy out, and he was suddenly like, oh, and he's trying to sweet talk me too, and be like, oh, no. And it's like, yeah, I saw you before you just perked up because you saw someone was there. What's really going on here? Are you going to be out on your ear anytime soon? Yes, you're definitely better than Trump and some of the stuff that his people did, but that doesn't make your hands clean. Sorry, I sound like a crazy person when I do this. Okay, Nelson, maybe Wray had to look like he supported Trump, maybe. He definitely did, and he doesn't like Trump. But I'm not feeling a whole 100%, let's send him some feather cleaner for his angel wings. Hanged man. Change of perspective. Okay, yes. Okay, fine. We'll give him some credit. He apparently did stop. There were some abuses that were suggested that he was just... All right, fair enough. Four of Cups. Tower. Christopher Wray. Four of Wands. Three of Pentacles. Knight of Cups. This card has two meanings the way it comes up for me. Two basic meanings. One of them is Trump's base of power. How Trump got things done. Which would mean Wray being painted with that brush. The other meaning is vacation or retirement. And it's at the center of the reading what's going to happen to Wray. Vacation or retirement. This is a refusal to work with Democrats. There's a tower, as in maybe a sudden, you're out of here. Vacation, retirement, or just this. These are related. This is related. For example, I wonder if, who knows, maybe he will balk at something that the select committee is asking for. And Biden uses that as an excuse to say, the Republican plans, he's a witness. And this is Democrats going forward to protect the realm. He's not one of them. He's not this. Why didn't he do more? What else has happened? I think there's a certain amount of gray area when you are head of an organization like that, but I think there's some skeletons in that closet about what he's done over the last 5 years, 4 years, however long he's been in that. Oh, Holly Coleman had some. Holly Coleman, Chris Wray, December 17th, 1966, Sagittarius sun. His moon is either in late Aquarius or early Pisces, known on birth time. I don't know enough about him to be able to guess where his moon is. But Ray's got some skeletons. So there's some things he's done. And he may not cooperate like he's supposed to. Anyway, that's what I'm getting for Christopher Wray. Okay. Okay, Lotus was asking, are we looking at another lockdown for California or elsewhere? Okay, so now we're on to, at 56, we are on to more U.S. lockdowns, including California, with a special emphasis on California. The Australian roses. Thank you. More U.S. lockdowns. More U.S. lockdowns. I don't like that. Five of Pentacles, it's people in pain. It's people hurting financially, sick and desperate. Praying for all those who are suffering. Queen of Swords. Magician. Seven of Pentacles in the center. Queen of Wands. We're back to this. Six of Cups. Are there going to be more lockdowns? They may try. But you're running up against this CDC versus federal rights versus states' rights. And it's always, Republicans want states' rights up until states' rights are like in Washington state, in which case, oh, no, wait, federal government has to get involved, of course. Yes and no. It's things are going to go on the way they're going. It's going to be ugly. It's going to be better than last year, but it's going to depend on where you are. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Lotus is saying that's what I thought as well. They've already told us in California to wear masks indoors, even if vaccinated. Yeah. Okay. All right. So we are down to number 8. Trump's newly found out. We find out basically. Apple was asking, will we learn some catastrophic crimes by Trump we had no clue about? So, catastrophic crimes revealed. Bless that. After that, are there going to be more indictments? Is it next week, this week, or next week? This week, next week. Okay. And then we'll read on Tunisia. Okay, but we're going to start with at 1:00:30. Will there be... Oh, thank you, Lotus. Thank you for being here. Will catastrophic crimes by Trump be revealed that we did not know about? Catastrophic crimes by Trump be revealed. The cards are almost falling out of my hands. Like, it's hard to even hold them all in. They keep wanting to just... There's so much. It's like, here, take 5 cards. No, here's 10. Here, you take that pile, and I'll take this pile, and wow. Page of Pentacles. That's also the card for Kushner, but it's definitely it feels like definitely one of the quote unquote kids. Eight of Cups, Queen of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, Hierophant, on the defensive. Wow, this energy's ugly. Well, it feels like it feels like money laundering. Using an institution like a bank. But these are other. This is other stuff. This has to do with MAGA world. We already know about most of it, but I wonder if there's something to do with Mueller's obstruction of justice indictments. Obstructing justice. It's like people want to come in and we have evidence, it's sorted out, but this person's walking away. So that's what I'm getting. Obstruction of justice in something perhaps we don't know yet. I feel like money laundering. But these are the people. This is the people politically or financially wedded to Trump, who's the King of Wands, and this is on the defensive after things come out. So we know most of it, but there's so much of it. I think it might even just be a matter of quantity might be a big shock, believe it or not. So I want to make sure I've got a Flelwin Broom. Could it be about Deutsche Bank? It could. I don't think it's just them, but yeah. Okay. 104. Let me do 3 cards for this week, 3 cards for next week. Will we get new Trump world indictments? Will we get new Trump world indictments? This week and next week. 3 cards for this week, 3 cards for next week. Will there be more Trump world indictments revealed this week, next week? about the money. So it's someone sitting pretty. I wonder if this is actually Gates. It feels rather Gates-ish. All right. This week, Fool. 3 of Cups. 4 of Pentacles. Well, Democrats are celebrating some level of justice. And this is a lack of resources. Trump's always putting his foot in his mouth. It's a lack of resources to stop this. So that's interesting. That's some potentially, that's not horrible energy for this week. Now about potential. Oh, okay, we're back in the really icky energy. Potential Trump world indictments next week coming out. There's chaos of the moon. 2 of Cups is partnership. Temperance. What this is telling me is that either this week or next week, it basically somebody's been cooperating. And or they're close to cooperating, but something comes out that some of the people in Trump world, they don't have the resources to fight. They don't have they don't have the power to fight, and it causes real like, oh my gosh, this happened to this person. Am I next? And it causes an important person or persons to flip. That's what I'm getting. Seems a little vague, but I think some of this is public. Some of it leaks out. Some of it's private. But they're steadily moving along the same track they're on with Weisselberg. They're on that same track with all these other different people. I also think Gates is not going to be walking around a completely free man for much longer. I'm just curious. Just 3 cards on Gates. The world. End of the life is this as he's known it because of a woman. Five of Cups, Tower, Chariot, disappointment, aggressive law enforcement, Tower, World card, Major Arcana. Dude, you're done. I don't want to play ball. I don't want to do deals. I'm going to stomp my feet and wail and cry. And your life as you know it is done. And it couldn't happen to a more evil Bob's Big Boy Burger plastic statue thing. You are toast, as in put butter and jam on that person. They are toast. They are done. It's over. So, man. Yes, please. That's coming very soon. Very, very, very soon. Very soon. It's right there. It's about to fall on Gates. All right, 110. There is currently So sad. Holly Coleman, gives us a wonderful astrology information and whatnot, and great questions. Is asking about, there is a coup happening right now in Tunisia. And it's ugly. It's violent. Matter of fact, I just want to have a quick look. News. President has ousted the government. Tunisia's democracy verges on dissolution as the president moves to take control. PM, 4 hours ago, the PM is sacked after violent protests about the illness. Tunisian leader declares a curfew after firing the government. White House says it's concerned about developments in Tunisia and urges calm. All right, what's going to happen with Tunisia? You have a lot of scared people. You have a lot of scared people. You're scaring kids. You're hurting kids and you're scaring kids. Stop it. Everybody, stop it. Whatever differences you have, you can work them out. The sun. That might be my card for Tunisia. Tunisia. 6 of Swords. 9 of Pentacles. 5 of Cups. Tower. Justice. Oh, I don't like this. This is the government was kicked out. This is rioters. This is people fleeing. This is massive inequality. People are scared. People are disappointed. People are really upset. And then I've got this, what I don't like, I've got a great big tower right next to a justice card. Because I don't know that this energy is being used for good. Let me pull some more cards. Oh, please be doing this for good. Dave's saying only smugglers have gone to Tunisia for a long time now. Tower and justice. Is this real reform for the good and the rule of law? Or is this tyranny? Rule of law and a good future, or tyranny in Tunisia? Be kind. Full card. Ace of Swords. Judgment. 9 of Swords. King of Swords. Wheel of Fortune. I hate to say this, but it looks like Tunisia is going to have some, it's going to have an autocracy. It's going to have an authoritarian regime for a while. And a nasty one. It will change, but this is not good. This, I don't know why. It keeps popping into my head, of all things, is the courtroom scene in the third Nolan Batman movie. Where people would be brought before the court, but it wasn't really a court. Yuck. I'm sorry. I'm not liking this, but there's hope for the future. Because what brings these rotten people up will bring them back down again. I got time rather than just flattening everything, for what it's worth. Okay. All right. That was really awful. Okay, Kristen Davis has a question. J6SC. Will anything come out in the January 6th Select Committee hearings about Clarence Thomas's wife, Ginny? Clarence Thomas's wife, Ginny. Okay. Lotus saying, back into the teacup, kitty wizards, please. Oh, kitties do like their little boxes. And if I fits, I sits. And I sits even sometimes when I don't fits. Okay, at the January 6th Select Committee, is something going to come out about Clarence Thomas's wife, Ginny. Ginny Thomas, are you going to get sucked back into this mess? Because if what they say about you is true, you should be. Ginny Thomas, January 6th Committee. Ginny Thomas, January 6th Committee. I don't even need to tell you guys how awful her energy is. And they're all, it's like all these rotten people, their energy, it's like, oh, different flavors of rotten. Like any flavored jelly bean, the worst of those, just one after the next. But they're all different. That's the committee. You see that everything's set up on this, the way the committees usually sit in the committee rooms with a witness. This comes up for me. It's my committee card. In theory, we'll be seeing a lot of it. Insult to injury. Yeah. Yeah. Ace of Cups. Emotion. Partnership. Rancor. Ace of Wands. Action taken. She's going to be asked questions. I don't know how much trouble she's going to get into. She spent money to... I don't know how much legal trouble she's going to get into. She spent money to help get protesters to Washington, D.C., but that doesn't necessarily mean she did something illegal. There's nothing... She could make that argument. I'm not saying she's right. But her being questioned, there's a lot of rancor, a lot of finger pointing. But they pull out the one thing she did do. How I want to describe those rotten flavors. Oh no. Oh. Ginny Thomas. Four of Pentacles. There's no one to protect her. She's used to being protected and the deference that she gets because of who her husband is. Four of Swords, 10 of Cups, Page of Wands. So legally, I don't know how much can happen. But there's a message. There's her, maybe something to do, but maybe it's something like there's one thing beyond having paid for the chartered buses or something, because right in the center, I have Democrats feeling like they're like good. It's out in the open and it will have an effect. This feels like it has an effect. I just don't know how much legal, so I don't know what, that doesn't make sense to me. But that's what I'm getting. I think it's saying they will be talking to her and dealing with her. So, oof. All right. So there was one question here. Where was it? It went past. Sorry, hang on. Okay, Holly Coleman was asking, how do these people clean up their rotten energy? Can we help them in any way, or do they have to clean it up themselves? You can absolutely, let's put it this way. You can send positive healing energy to Donald Trump. You can. You can pray for him all day. You can picture his whole energy being cleaned and cleansed and all of this. Will it help him? A little. But he's also a factory of noxious energy. So you can definitely help in some small way, but until the person is willing to make changes in their lives, make changes in themselves, bless you for trying. So, and Trump is an entire giant factory of noxious energy. So, okay. Okay, so that's going to do it for me for today. I've done 12 questions. I will be back tomorrow. I'm sorry if I didn't get to your question. It's nothing personal. I promise. I will be back tomorrow at 4 o'clock. In 2.5 hours. I will be over on Book Art Media for our 4 25-minute just creative block times. Basically, it allows all of us to know we've carved out some time in the day to work on something, a creative project. So I'll be over on the Book Art Media channel. Thank you, Becca, for being here. I might be a little bit late. If I am running late because I have a doctor's appointment, I will, Sarah will be there and she'll take care of things. All right. Thank you. And I will see you all tomorrow. All right. Take care. There are good days ahead. Don't forget that. It's important.